Like, I think that's the problem with eyeshadow is I'm not used to wearing it, so I feel like it looks weird on me personally. It feels a little off-putting for me. I think the brown, it's the brown. All right, trying something new, which is good. You know, we should always step out of our comfort zone. And we're back with another project pan. Let's get into it. I almost started doing this without the headband on and I realized that would be so silly. Imagine my hair just like getting all over the makeup, which I don't know, maybe I need some more coffee. Yeah, I need more coffee. As you know, we're still working through the Say Super Glowy Gel. Honestly, the more I use it, the more the little pouch on the inside starts to like deflate even more and more and more. Like now, I feel like we've only got a couple more uses in this sweet little thing. At some point, the pouch has got to just stop squeezing and then all the products out of it, right? So I've been using that and mixing it in with my skin tint. I'm working through the Ilia, which as you know is way too expensive, but so far so good. I actually really like the Ilia skin tint. I had somebody comment, they were saying that they found it to be a little too wet, which I do get. I think it can be a little wet. The fact that it's dripping on my face right now is everything you need to know as far as how wet this skin tint is. However, if you use your hands, which I'm not actively doing right now, but in a perfect world, I'd be using my hands instead of this brush, but I don't want to get my hands dirty. The Ilia skin tint goes on better with a little bit of warmth from your hand. I just feel like it just seems to have a smoother application. So pro tip, if you're using the Ilia skin tint, use your hands and it might have a better application. Now my Ilia is new and I actually really need to work through the rest of my Trestique foundation as well. There's only like a teeny little bit left. So I'll be using my Trestique foundation. This is literally how much is left in this container. Like that little minuscule amount. I'm gonna use that as my concealer. Normally when I wear a skin tint, I'm not really somebody who wears a concealer as well. Like I feel like the skin tint does the concealing that I need it to do. But it is nice to just have a little bit of brightness on the under eye. So we're gonna go for that today. And now this guy really doesn't have that much left. I think we might finish him pretty soon. I keep saying that, but then I end up not using it. So I just need to finish using it so we can say goodbye to the Trestique. I'm doing something a little bold today. I'm gonna use my contour, my blush, and my highlight, starting with the Merit contour stick. Here's how much we have left compared to the lid. I feel like this is just the never-ending contour stick. I'm gonna have this forever, it feels like. Fine by me though, I really like this. I was told for contour, a little advice, have not tried it yet. This is the first time we're trying it together, so let me know how it looks. Put the contour not necessarily like on the line. I feel like usually if you do like the kissy face, like you would put it right there, like right there. But what they're saying is actually put it a little bit above that. Not necessarily on the apples of your cheeks where you put your blush, but a little bit higher than that. And it actually helps give it like a better definition, especially for like a more rounder face like I have. Feels a little silly, but here we are. Okay, I'm gonna put some on my eyelids. So if you watched my Project Pan What's Next video, you realize that there are a lot of eyeshadows and a lot of things that are not currently included in my Project Pan, but probably should be. We still are working through the Glossier Haloscope. Again, just such a teeny little amount left. I can't believe it's not done yet. I feel like it's another one of those things where I guess a cream product, you need a lot less than you think you do. Even though it feels like I'm putting a lot on my skin, it's really not that much in the scheme of like how much is in this container. Anybody listen to the Taylor Swift new album? I feel like I've been putting it on repeat. I feel like it's an album for the happy girls. You know, like it's like a fun little dance around, have a glass of wine in your kitchen and just, you know, vibe. It's a good little vibey album, but I will say Midnights and Folklore and Evermore I think are probably my top 3 albums by Taylor Swift. I really like Red as well. There's just so many bangers, so many classics, but it's fun to have like her newer, older music, especially as I get a little bit older too. I feel like I relate a little bit more to it versus like 22. On to the blush. Here's how much we have left. Goes down each video, I swear. I'm gonna be sad once this is over though. Then we have to move on to another cream blush and I haven't decided which one I want to do that. Cheeks. Another hack on the blush that I was reading about is sometimes if you have a rounder face, it's actually like the trend I feel like was to put it all the way up, which is kind of what I just did. But really, what you should do is focus on the apples of the cheeks. So like right here and like right here. Okay, I'm also gonna kind of merge a little pink, a little blushy blush. It's kind of like a coral color. merging that with my contour and the eye. Now the moment of truth is blending all of this together. So I have the contour, the highlight, and the blush all together. I don't know how this is gonna look. I usually do them a bit separate, but it can't look that bad. You know, I used to be a theater kid back in the day, and we would use bin dye makeup. Have you ever heard of bin dye makeup? It's like the most like probably popular stage makeup out there. That stuff is usually cream makeup, and it's thick. It is so thick. And anyways, I remember like you really have to like do really bold makeup on stage because the lights are so bright, it'll wash out pretty much what's on your face. You have to like do at least 2 to 3 times more blush, contour, mascara, blah, 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 than you would normally do if you're gonna be on a stage. Great advice for a wedding day too, honestly. Anyways, I say all of that because I feel like the bin dye makeup like lives in my head. Now that like cream makeup seems to be like all the rage these days, it really reminds me of my theater days, like glopping that stuff on. There were so many different roles I used to play back in high school. Like I was like an old lady once. My favorite role though that I ever played, I was in Shrek the Musical. And I know you're thinking like, she was probably the princess or like a fairy tale creature. I was a fairy tale creature, but do you know what I was? I was Little Pig number 3. Okay, I wore a fat suit, I had pink all over me, and I had one iconic line. I say it all the time. My friends are like, oh my God, you have to say the line, say the line. I might as well just tell you the line, okay? Lord Farquaad, he hoofed and he boofed and he signed an eviction notice. Yeah, that's the one line I had in the entire show. But it's the line that I love the most. It's the only one I remember. I know it word for word. Back to the makeup. I'm going to set my contour with the powder. Again, this is like a newer one, and we're gonna follow the advice from the stranger on the internet. A little above, right on the cheek, above where you would normally put it. And let's just see how it looks. What do we think? How does that look? I put it a little bit higher than I would normally put my contour. I think I like it. Okay, something I'm adding into my project pan is an eyeshadow stick. So this is technically a highlight. This is from Oceanly. It's a plastic-free makeup brand. I actually really like a lot of their makeup products. In fact, if you've been watching my Project Pan journey and series, you've known that I've used quite a bit of them to the point that like they're no longer in the project pan. I finished them up. But one thing is this really golden highlight. The thing about it being a highlighter, I think I'm too pale for this color. It's a little too golden. And so when I use it as like an actual highlight, it really sticks out. So I think using this as more of an eyeshadow will be the better move here. Dab, dab, dab. Put that eyeshadow on, girl. Blend in, blend, blend, blend. I feel like that's the fun part about makeup, especially creams, is you can blend it. If you put too much on, blend it. And then eventually it'll look better. Traditionally, I'm not a huge eyeshadow person, but we'll see how this goes. We'll see what the final makeup look looks like today. Mascara, we're still on the Jones Road. This one is probably gonna take some time. I started it fresh with you guys. Still kicking. Pro tip on lashes, which I'd never really done before, but when you curl your lashes, better. Like I never really curled my lashes before. I was like, whatever, like they're fine. It can't make that big of a difference. It does make a difference, and you should be curling your lashes. I'm also throwing in another item. I actually got sent a pack of 3 from Aora Beauty. It's a really cool Mexican beauty brand. They've got really great innovative packaging, and honestly, the formulations of their products I've been really liking. So I'm adding in a lip liner. They sent 3 different lip liners, and this is one in the shade Rose. I feel like it's the closest to what I normally would like wear, but I've never really ever worn a lip liner, so it's kind of fun. Like, let's do it together. I'm gonna get really up close and personal so I can do this in the camera. Ooh, 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 ooh. Get that Cupid's bow. Okay, and here. Did I do it right? Just kidding, no, let me fix that. Then I'm gonna pair that Rose with a brown lipstick. I feel like I have the brown eyeshadow on, so I thought this would look kind of cool. This lipstick is a Generation G Glossier U in the shade Leo. I'm not a Leo though, I'm an Aquarius. So that's what I'm using today. It's very brown. The brownest lipstick that I own, actually. Am I a lip liner girly? I think I love it. Why didn't I use the lip liner before? I got a little excited. I kind of forgot to put my powder on. I already put my mascara on. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna try and like set my under eye at least, so there's a little less transfer when it comes to my mascara. I've been using this little puff that came with the Honey Beauty Easy Bake Cherry Blossom Cake. That's such a long name. That can't be the actual name of this. However, I've heard that using a fluffy brush is better. And when I was looking through my brushes that I don't have like a huge fluffy brush, but I do have this one that I found. I think it's supposed to be a contour brush, but we're gonna use it because why not? I just can't tell this, the eyeshadow is throwing me off on this. Like, I think that's the problem with the eyeshadow is I'm not used to wearing it. So I feel like it looks weird on me personally. And the moment of truth, let the hair join the makeup and see how it looks. Okay, here it is. It feels a little off-putting for me. I think it's the brown. I think I'm more of a pinky, not muted, maybe cooler toned person versus warmer that's on my face right now, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not used to it, so it feels weird to me. But here is the final Project Pan makeup look of the day. What do we think? What do we think? Let me know in the comments. What do we do different this time? Oh, higher placement of the contour. We added the lip liner and I added eyeshadow. This feels like a full-on beat on my face though. And I'm just working from home today, so, you know, might as well. Why not? All right, trying something new, which is good. You know, we should always step out of our comfort zone. But let me know what you think, if the warmer makeup suits me or if I should stick with the cool tones. I'm feeling like I'm leaning towards the cool tones, but maybe I'm just biased because that's what I normally wear. So far, so good on Project Pan. I feel like things are going really smoothly. I've been really enjoying using up my products and I am excited because I feel like we're on the precipice of finishing a couple of other products. I think that's exciting. And honestly, after my last video of going through my entire makeup bag and figuring out what the end goal of Project Pan is, I feel a lot more clarity when it comes to why I'm doing what I'm doing and the kind of peace that I'm gonna feel once my makeup bag is like pared back and really just like what I need versus all these extras that I forgot about. Honestly, like there was an extra eyebrow thing in my makeup bag and I was like, when did this get there? Like I forgot it was even there. Anyways, I appreciate you guys sticking with me in this Project Pan journey. It really is rewarding. And if you haven't started one, I highly encourage you to start one. It's been really fun. I love documenting the process. I'm trying to do these a little bit more frequently because just once a month or every other month was just not cutting it. I know you guys love watching these videos and I love making them. If you like this video and all of the weirdness that comes with watching me on your screen, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. You can like this video. It makes the YouTube algorithm super happy and you can subscribe for more videos. So thank you guys for being here. I think I've said thank you like 10 times now, but truly, truly, thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.